Hey everybody! Ignore my beautiful hair and my amazing sleeve shirt. I am about to get started on my makeup now. I just took off any remnants of yesterday's makeup that had bled off from the night before, or from last night rather. Even if you take your makeup off before you go to bed, it's still gonna have like something, just something. So I just got done taking that off. I'm about to moisturize and prime, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. It will go a little fast this morning because I did not leave myself a ton of time to get ready. And if you do hear some scratching, some gnawing, some thumping, my dog has skin allergies and she won't stop itching. Can she hear me? Can you see it? Anyways, so you may hear me tell her to stop several times. Okay, so one of the first things I like to do is get like a little makeup rag. I've got this makeup eraser by Makeup Eraser that I put down because I tend to make a mess. That's just who I am. So if you're anything like me, yeah, have a little mat down. Paper towel will do fine. That's just what I use. Also, I have this makeup brush. Stop looking at how dirty it is, rude. I have this makeup brush cleaner, and I use the top of it to kind of put some of my makeup in because the lids just are a little small for it. Yeah. So one thing I want to show you, do you see how kind of gold that looks? So this is foundation. It's 3C, which the C stands for cool, and I'm cool toned. But it's 3C, and it looks very, like in the pan, I'm trying not to make a mess here. And I just did. Anyways, in the pan, it looks very gold. However, on the skin, not so gold. It's actually perfect. So. Mike, what? Also, another thing I want to mention is that we do have our signature kabuki brush. Probably should have had that ready. I do have it ready. Our signature kabuki brush by Sweet Minerals, and it works great with our foundations. I just prefer a wet sponge. That's just kind of what I like to use. Like I said, the kabuki brush does work well. I will do another video using the kabuki brush. And I have a friend who only likes to use brushes. If I can get away with it, I would rather use a sponge like the entire process. So anyways, for now I'm just going to go over my skin with my foundation. Some people like to start with concealer. I don't. I just like to do the all over foundation and then brighten up with concealer. But the concealer we have is very, very, very good for actually hiding like blemishes. Like, this isn't a blemish, but it's a scar, and it kind of looks like it's a blemish. But hiding the imperfections whenever you put the layer of concealer on before the foundation. However, I just do the all-over foundation and the concealer is just kind of what I'm used to. So whatever tickles your fancy. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of dab my sponge in there a few times just to kind of get it all saturated on the side. And then I just aggressively, but nicely, does that make sense? Pat my face. Now that I'm looking at it, that might not be my shade, but you know what? We're going with it because it's already on and I'm gonna be late for work. I think the reason it looked so good yesterday, you know what? I'm using the wrong. I was using a different setting on my mirror on my. What is happening? Why is this so? I'm having a difficult time this morning. Let me tell you what happened yesterday morning, which is probably why I'm stumbling on my words so much today. My coffee pot broke. There's no way to say that other than just to come out pull the Band-Aid off and tell you the coffee pot broke. So it takes me, like, I'm not the coffee drinker person who, like I'm super tired, groggy, you know, grumpy without coffee, but I am, like, not awake, and I'm just slower. Speaking of that, I forgot to take medicine. Let's try this again. Okay, so I think 2 little sessions or 2 little, two little taps into my pan, and it covered my whole face. My whole face. Well, you know what? I did miss. Y'all, I'm so bad at hair. Okay. Alright, so it's not my color. Alright, I'm done with my foundation. I am about to come into the concealer. So the way that we as educators kind of separate our product to be, ooh, God, so much, to be able to, like, kind of show it to you in a uniform fashion and more of a organized fashion, is we have, like, we do separate it in terms of, like, what tones of bronzer, blush, concealer, foundation would be better with light tones or medium tones, that kind of thing. But for me, I like to couple, you know, whatever tone foundation goes with me with light concealer, because I just like the brightening aspect of concealer in general. So I may not use, you know, if I'm in, because for instance I'm in the tan package, well, maybe in the medium package, so I may just be a little overreachy today, but I like to grab the concealer from the light package. So it's just personal preference. I love makeup. I love everything about makeup. And I watch a lot of tutorials and videos and things like that on YouTube or wherever, but mainly on YouTube. And so this concealer order with putting it on and brightening it up and that kind of thing, it just kind of comes from that part of my makeup love, my makeup journey. All right, let's kind of see where we're at. Do you see how, like, flawless and airbrushed that looks? Forgot to get under my nose. Don't look under there. That is rude. Yeah, don't be afraid to get it under your nose, as long as you wash your beauty blenders. So, spot. Like, I'm in a hurry, especially right now, because I gotta go to work. But do you see how, like, just beautiful and no creasing, like, by the nose right here? It's just so, it's so effortless and intuitive. This foundation is. So I'm gonna go in with the bronzer now, I think. I do have to get my button here. That's what happens though. Like, I will spend almost all of my morning time, my getting ready time, I'll spend almost all of it doing my makeup, and I'll leave like 5 minutes for my hair. And not only do I not know how to do hair, but I definitely don't know how to do hair in 5 minutes. So yeah, it always ends up just literally looking like this, or just being up in a ponytail or messy bun typically. All right, so this is the bronzer. This is shade, not that. This is shade Stay Tan. So yes, it's a bronzer, but it's also a contour. And so some people are confused about what the difference is. A bronzer is meant to literally do just that. It's meant to just bronze up your face, you know, give you a sun-kissed look. Whereas contour is meant to kind of shape out, carve out your face and give you some more dimensions to your face. It actually, it alludes to some lossage of pounds. So it makes you look a little like you may have lost some weight. All right, done with that. Just gonna tap on some little bit of blush. I'm using the blush in the shade Sugar and Spice. Do you ever feel like you're talking to yourself? This whole video is trash. I mean, it's not even my shape. I don't know if you've ever put blush on the side of your nose along with your contour, but it looks really pretty. Just saying. All right, blush, bronzer, concealer, foundation, and now it's time for the veil. Where is it? Where's my veil? Okay, so we have a mineral veil, as do a lot of other makeup brands. I do love our veil. It blurs, it just perfects any areas that aren't already perfected. It really gives you that studio effect. So I get quite a bit in my pan. I love this stuff. And I'm not saying you need a whole bunch of it, but I just keep going and going and going. All right, so kind of show you, like I say, it's very, the foundation is very pretty anyways. Do you see like the difference, like the blur over here versus over here? Still pretty, but this is way blurred, or way more blurred. And some people don't like the blur. I personally love the blur. Give me the blur. So you can kind of see the difference, what the veil does for your skin. So I love it. All right, that is it. That is the flawless face. I'm gonna slap on the brows, the shadows, the lips, all of those good things. But I just wanted to show you just kind of the order I put my foundation on, and just kind of what it looks like during the process. So sorry, I meant to get on and do this at the house, but I'm always running late. So here's the finished product. I've got my eyes on. Let's see, the only thing I didn't use my Sweet Minerals for was my lip liner, my mascara, and my primer. That's it. Everything else in my face is Sweet Minerals. Even now that you can kind of see in the natural lighting, this is my foundation shade. So I don't know what the other lighting was doing. I'm working on getting better lighting in my house, specifically for these, but this is my shade. This is how it looks, and it's awesome. Like, what can I say? It's awesome. So y'all have a good day.